He did a lot of conditioning on the bike. So I would put him doubtful for tomorrow.
This past week, what have you seen out of DeMarcus with the work he's able to do?
Well, when we were in New York, he played 4-on-4 full court, which was probably the most running and game stuff that he's done. And he's continuing to work with Rick Celebrini, but he's doing more drill work with the rest of the guys.
His shot looks pretty.
He can shoot it. Yeah. Guy's an unbelievable skill center, shooting and passing. He's got soft hands.
I know you said that you kind of wanted him to block, but how much are you willing to let him shoot his shot?
Oh, I love the fact that he can pick and pop and shoot the three. Also a great passer from the perimeter, so we're not going to just send him down to the post every time when he's back. We're gonna play him from different spots on the floor.
Did you see any highlights of Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Wow, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. I was so happy for him. I think like the rest of the league, you know, after what Derrick has been through, and to see the emotion at the end of the game. It's fantastic. I think everybody felt great for him.
What do you think that resonates with so many guys in the league?
I think you know, injuries are a big part of this league, and you know, Derrick was so good as MVP during that window, and then the ACL is a tough one to come back from, and he's had a rough go. And I think players generally, even though they want to beat each other in games, they root for each other big picture wise, especially guys like Derrick, you know, who already have a lot of respect around the league. So we were excited for him, and now we'd like to shut him down tomorrow.
Is it weird to prep for him again? Scouting wise.
Yeah, I mean it's different. It's different. You know, now you really have to talk about your pick and roll coverage and his ISOs and his attacks, and so yeah, it's something that we haven't really done for a few years. He's been, you know, a very capable player the last few years, but not somebody you build your game plan around. And you know, if this keeps up, that's where it's heading.
This may sound silly, but when you talk about DeMarcus going 4-on-4, what's the biggest hurdle then to go 5-on-5 in a scrimmage situation?
Well, the biggest hurdle is finding enough guys to scrimmage.
Okay, I was wondering if that might be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just don't. You know, our core guys are not going to scrimmage during the year. They need the rest, and so generally what you see out there is what's going to happen. Some rookies, some coaches, some has-beens.
So it's not that DeMarcus can. Yeah, he's ready for 5-on-5.
Yeah, I think he's ready for that. But conditioning-wise, he's still got a ways to go. I mean, I love how far he's come, but you know, I don't want people to get the idea that he's getting close to coming back. It's still going to be some time. It's a totally different deal playing in an NBA game and playing against Willie and Chris DeMarco and Nick and who else is over there? James Laughlin.
Have you gotten in any of those, and do you consider how would you label yourself going forward?
I just coach those games, yeah. Okay. I stand on the sidelines and bark out instruction.
What were your thoughts of DeMarcus before he signed? Did you have much of a relationship with him? What were your
I didn't, you know, I coached him a couple times in All-Star games, which was fun. I found him to be very, very funny and engaging. We had a funny exchange when I got kicked out of the game in Sacramento last year, 2 years ago, whenever that was. And he just looked at me and waved goodbye as I was being escorted off the floor. But no, he's really a fun person to be around. The guys on the team love him. Great player, and it's not an easy position to be in, coming off of an Achilles and joining a team that's already played a certain way, and he's got to find his way with this group. So it's going to take some time, and but I know we will all be patient, and we'll preach patience to him as well.
Is the hope that the world can kind of see that fun-loving guy who gives back to the community, that they can see that guy that you're seeing on the daily basis?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been that guy. It's just there's also been the other side where people have probably paid closer attention to his ejections or whatever, and so I think the idea, we made no bones about it when we signed him. It's a 1-year deal. We're not going to have money to sign him next year. He knows that. So we'd like him to help us win a championship, and we'd like to be able to help him get a great contract next year somewhere else. That's the reality. And so the best way to do that is to play really well and enjoy this season, and everybody do the best we can and have fun with it.
You were mentioning, I guess a few weeks ago when you first saw Jerebko, his pre-draft workout. What do you remember about that workout?
I remember he flew in. I think he flew in from Sweden the day the camp started, and he got right into the first pickup game, and he was the most physical player out there, very skilled. I remember Boban was there. I remember Goran Dragic was there. Satoransky was there. I don't remember what year it was, but I was GM of the Suns, so it was between 2007 and 10 somewhere. But he stood out. Jonas jumped off the page because of his physicality, but his skill set as well.
Tell me, would it be fair to say, like, was he always been on your radar since then?
Yeah.
And when the opportunity came here, it was like immediately.
Yeah. I've always liked him. I thought he was great for Boston a couple years ago. He played good minutes against us with Utah last year, and he fits a role that we need.
Can you count on one hand the number of times you've seen a guy ejected in street clothes from the bench without being part of the
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember it happening before. I'm sure it has, but I don't remember being a part of one.
You had Coach Thibodeau join you guys for training camp a couple of years ago. How well did you know him before that? Did you know him much better after that?
I didn't know him very well, but Ron obviously had worked with him, and so Ron came to me and said, Coach Tibbs would like to come visit us, and we always welcome coaches to our practices. And so Tom came, and it was fun to have him around and talk basketball, and he watched our practices, and he came back a couple times that year, came into our coach's office before games a couple times, and so it gave me a good chance to get to know him, which I enjoyed.
And having been a general manager and now a coach, the dual roles, having both roles, I mean, how stressful, how difficult is it? I mean, having some.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it. I mean, I wasn't a good general manager, but I learned a lot on the job in Phoenix, and I learned a lot about the dynamics of how an organization operates smoothly. And for me, it wouldn't work. I would need to do one or the other, but that's not to say it can't work for somebody else. But it's I think they're two very difficult jobs just on their own. All right, thanks a lot.